Welcome into the kitchen, everybody. Welcome to Brenda's house. This is Brenda's house, the time of year. This is your time. This is where you shine. This is when everybody wants you.
This is when actually people invite us to come to lunch with them. They didn't invite us in December.
They want no part of you in December.
So, you know, in the last few years, we've done a campaign called 28-Day Challenge. We started something this year because it's 2020. I can't even
Oh, that's good. No, I can't.
So we're going to do something called 80-20 in 2020.
All right.
So all year long, we're going to talk about what that means. So eating healthy 80% of the time and indulging 20% of the time.
We can do that, right?
Yeah. So instead of like a specific diet plan or here's your diet to follow, if we can kickstart it with maybe some better choices and then learn to indulge, because you know, everybody's off to a good start the first 2 weeks, and then you kind of go downhill.
Right.
You know, the Super Bowl hits, and that's it. So, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have in here some hot oil, and we're going to put some potatoes.
I didn't know that y'all did this. This is like breakfast potatoes.
These are called breakfast potatoes. By the way, I should tell you what we're having, right?
What are we having?
We're going to have ham and barley soup. You might have had a lot of leftover ham from Christmas. Let's talk about how to use that going forward. Soups are, I'm always making soups this time of year. They're easy. Okay, so these are from produce, and they also have the bell peppers in them and onions. You don't have to chop anything.
Perfect.
Because you also might be tired of cooking. But
so tired of cooking.
Right? So, okay, so we've got that going in there. And if you were at home, you would let that kind of cook up for maybe 2 to 3 minutes, just a little bit. And then we're going to put in there some garlic. Remember that this is actually really good for your immune system as well, the antibacterial, antiviral properties. So
this time of the year, you definitely need to amp it up a little bit.
Which does help with some of that, all the cold fighting and stuff. So eating healthy is your best bet. All right, I'm going to give you one of these, and I'm going to do the other because they take a little bit of time to pour. But this is the low-sodium chicken broth. Now, if you are great and you make your own stock, fabulous. If you're like me, you just go get the box. So it's great if you want to do that. We have bone broth as well, so if you want to add even more protein.
Like in a box you have bone broth?
Yeah. And they're really good. We've got beef bone broth and chicken bone broth, and those have the collagen properties, and then that help with some of your things like your skin and your nails. And
that's why people love bone broth, huh?
They do, and the protein. It's got a lot more protein than this does. It's got about 9 grams per serving. Okay, then I'm going to put in a can of tomatoes. They don't have any salt because we're going to use ham, and we used sodium broth that already has plenty of sodium. We're going to put that all in there. Now, let's get the barley going. So we're going to say this is starting to come up to a boil.
Want to kind of roll boil.
Yeah, and then we're going to add barley. Now this actually looks a little bit like
oatmeal.
Oatmeal. And it's quick cooking barley. Barley usually takes about an hour. So this one is just like oatmeal. It's kind of pressed down to cook quicker, just like quick cooking oats will cook faster than old-fashioned more than steel cut, so it's been rolled down. Now, if you want to put this in the crock pot, you can certainly do that. Just switch to a regular
barley.
And it'll cook all day long. All right, I'm also going to add some carrots in there, which you can add when you do the potatoes, or you're going to simmer this for about 20 minutes. So it depends on how crispy you like your veggies in there. Now we got to season this a little bit more. So we're going to add a couple of bay leaves. And then don't be like me and forget to take your bay leaves.
You got to take the bay leaves out, right?
Let some bit of your family member take a crunch they might not have been interested in.
What do bay leaves taste like if you crunch them?
I don't think they might have more of a
like a textural problem or something?
Well, and a little bit of a bitter, like you might not like it.
Okay.
So also in here I have oregano and basil, about a teaspoon of each. Stir that in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to let that boil for about 20 minutes. Now, when you add your ham is up to you. I like to add it before it comes to a boil because I like the flavor of it. Now, mine's all chopped up. If you have it from whatever Christmas meal, or maybe you even did it for New Year's, you can have it in bigger chunks. It doesn't have to be that small. So that's the great thing about soup is it's very, very forgiving in there. So we would let that come to a boil as we go, and then towards the last maybe 5 or 10 minutes, you can add some green beans. Now, I got the cut green beans. I love frozen vegetables that don't have seasoning because the work's already done for you.
Right.
And they're actually really healthy for you.
And do you defrost them before you put in there, or it doesn't matter?
I don't. Okay. I put them in there frozen. And then here's the other great thing. You only need about half a bag, half a pound. And so then when you're done, put a rubber band or something.
It keeps so much easier
than a can does.
You don't
have a waste in there. So that's also a great thing. So you just let this cook for This, again, I use the quick cooking barley for 20 minutes. You can have this on the table,
cool.
20 to 30 minutes. And then I've got some good stuff. I have some ready to go.
Oh, good. All right. Well, we're going to show you that when we come back. Y'all don't go anywhere. All right, finished product. Look, that is a hearty soup. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. You know?
There is, and I've got it all done here, and you can see how that barley kind of cooked up. You can put some fresh Parmesan, but in honor of our new 80-20 and 2020 campaign, I just grabbed a little bit of fresh parsley. It's actually going to look a little bit more appealing to your eye, and we eat with our eyes quite a bit. And then, you know, I used frozen stuff, I used pre-cut stuff, I used leftover stuff to make a soup that's still good for you. And that's our goal this year. It's always our goal, but we're going to really focus on some of that. So make sure and follow along with us. We always mention Happy and Nourished. You can sign up for emails, and we're going to talk you through some recipes, a little bit of exercise. We're going to talk you through some great way to get on a good path for 2020.
That sounds like a plan, and I like the 80-20 idea. That's helpful, I think.
Yeah, we'll talk about it all year.
I love it.
Then we can learn how. That's when we learn how to eat things like for football parties.
Okay. Well, that's what we're going to do. Sounds like a plan, everybody. Check out this recipe over on myhighplains.com. We'll be right back after this, y'all.